Hi babes, thank you guys so much for tuning back into my channel. It's your girl Parashay here, back with another video on the Divine Guru with N, and today's reading is a pick a card reading on how to manifest your best self, how to manifest your highest self for the greatest good of yourself and all involved, okay? We're gonna get all into what your best self looks like, what blocks may be hindering you, and just get all of the juicy details, honey. All right, so if you are interested in that, then keep on watching. All right, my beautiful lovelies. So just like the rest of my pick a card readings, before you select a pile, I would like for you to close your eyes and take a few deep mindful breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. This will help relax you and help you to get into a meditative state so you can clearly listen to your intuition and clear out all of the loud noises from your head. Now, once you've taken a few deep mindful breaths, I would like for you to then ask yourself, ask your higher self, ask your spirit guides, ask God, ask the light of the universe, how can I manifest my best self? What blocks are stopping me from manifesting my best self? Now, once you've asked yourself those questions and you've meditated on them and you're ready to intuitively select a pile, I would like for you to open those beautiful eyes of yours, my loves, and focus upon these piles of cards here. So you have pile number 1 with the HOWLITE, pile number 2 with the orange CALCITE, and pile number 3 with the green AVENTURINE. Again, that's pile number 1 with the HOWLITE, pile number 2 with the orange CALCITE, and pile number 3 with the green AVENTURINE. All right, my beautiful lovely. So of course, if you need more time to meditate, to intuitively select a pile, that is perfectly fine, my loves. Pause the video, continue your meditation, and then you can fast forward to the timestamps I have listed down in the description box down below. But without further ado, let's get started. Hello and welcome, my loves, who chose pile number 1 here with the HOWLITE crystal. So let's get into your reading on how to manifest your best self, okay? So your current energy here, group number 1, is the Hanging Man. Now with this, I instantly heard limbo. So I feel like you guys are just feeling like you're stuck in limbo to where you're not sure about things. Things may not seem black or white to you. They're very much so in a gray area. I am sensing some mental fog as well. Just a sense of, because the Hanging Man is the energy of really putting the ego behind to see things from a different perspective, right? But I feel like, especially here with the Hangman, it's like you put yourself in a situation to try to better yourself. However, the issue that's coming up here is that for you guys, I feel like there's an over surplus of information that you may be engaged in, okay? Because this 8 of Swords here came up in your block's position. So the 8 of Swords energy is the energy of confusion, of, just having, again, this mental fog, having a lack of discernment, not really knowing what step to take next. But it's because of these outer swords that are around her, right? So these outer swords are other people's energies, other people's opinions, outside sources, energies other than your own that's really fogging your decision making, and that's really fogging your sense of discernment. That's really hindering you from saying, hey, what's my intuition? What's my ego? What's my heart? What's my mind? What do I want? Or what is it that it's what everybody else expects me to do? This is very much so, the energies of other people who's like, oh, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I were you, I would have ... But I am seeing here that, with this energy, it's like, I feel like you guys may be a little bit vulnerable. You may feel vulnerable at the moment. You may feel like that, oh, I'm not smart enough. I'm not wise enough. I'm not educated enough. I'm not good enough in order to make this decision about your life or a certain situation or just something you want to improve on in general with your life. And that's the reason why you reached out possibly to other people, or you just allowed this energy to come into your life to hopefully gain some insight. But honestly, whether if these people's energies, what intentions were, pure or not, is causing more harm than good because there's a lack of discernment. I am feeling that for you, group number 1, that there's a lack of knowing, what's best for you, a lack of knowing what resonates and what doesn't when it comes to certain areas of your life. Not with everything, okay? But with certain areas in your life to where you feel vulnerable, to where you feel gullible, to where you feel like you're not good enough in, that's when your discernment begins to lower, okay? But a way for you guys to overcome this 8 of Swords energy here you have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords here is all about making decisions. So again, I feel very much so that decision making, discernment, and having confidence in yourself to make the best decision for your life, or whatever it is, that this energy resonates with you, is going to be your number one superpower, group number one, okay? Because with this Two of Swords energy, is saying, hey, even though that there's, a challenge, I still have enough knowledge. I believe in myself. I am confident enough in myself to be able to decipher what's best for me and what's not, who's best for me and who's not, so on and so forth, okay? But then once you, conquer this Eight of Swords energy, I do see here this new energy coming into your life, this Two of Wands energy. Now, I do feel like that, 222 may be something that you guys may want to pay attention to. That could be a sign from, your spiritual team or the universe letting you know, kind of pushing you into the direction of, hey, it's time to make a decision. No more being around the bush. No more lollygagging around. Come on, let's make a decision. Or this is something that you need to pay attention to that can help you make a decision. It's going to bring more clarity. All right. But with the Two of Wands here, I do feel this energy of you guys really stepping into a sense of discernment, I do see you guys stepping into a sense of being confident, of saying, hey, I got two paths and I know how to decipher which path is best for me. Not necessarily knowing, I know right off the bat which path is right for me. That could be the energy, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be that I know what tools I have, what knowledge I have, and what steps to take to figure out what the best path for me is. Because it seems like at the moment, with the way that you may be handling a situation at the moment, it's not the correct way for you guys to really step into this sense of deciphering what's best for you and what's not best for you. Now, granted, I do just want to say here that this doesn't necessarily mean that, we'll just cut all people out of your life. Don't ever ask anybody for their opinion or for their help. That's not the case. The point is to decipher what energy is helping you and what energy is actually harming you, causing more harm than good, okay? Now, the first step that I think you guys should use when with this new energy that's coming into your life with this Two of Wands here is to have this confidence within yourself, okay? When I see this Five of Wands card here, specifically from this deck, I see a conqueror, I see prevalence, I see a sense of winning through, despite the challenges, despite the struggles, okay? Because as you're going along this path that you choose here, it's not always going to be easy. What's meant for us isn't going to always come to us easily, okay? So even though there's bumps in the road, knowing that no matter what bump in the road I may run into, I can conquer, I can get through it. And by bumps for you particularly, since you guys have a lot of source energy throughout your spread, it could be negative self-talk. It could be the opinions of others about you or about a situation or about something that you're passionate about. Or just something that, you hear that affects you mentally, okay? Something that kind of, it feels bad when you hear it, right? So I do feel here this is saying, despite what struggles comes in, a very awesome step for you guys to take, to use with this new energy here of having discernment, is to know that no matter what obstacle I face, I can conquer. I will conquer. I know how to get through it. I can fight it, okay? Of course, change comes, okay? So, whenever we go through the cycle here, we have ups, we have downs. So don't beat yourself up if you find yourself getting into a mental state of negative self-talk or self-sabotaging type of energy. It happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. But just, once you realize and become aware of it, this is the time to where you're like, okay, I know how to switch my mindset. I know that I need to get back on the mindset that's best suited for me. Because if not, then you can find yourself getting back here into that Eight of Swords energy. All right, and the next step you guys can take here is get into this Page of Pentacles energy. Now, this Page of Pentacles energy particular for this position, I feel like this is saying that a sense of confidence. Whenever I see this card, this just exudes confidence. This exudes, knowing that you are powerful, knowing that you are worthy, okay? I see here with the green here, it could be matters of the heart center, Are there things that you may be suppressing that may have happened about yourself or anybody else that really kind of caused some damage or caused a wound within your heart, within that energy that you may want to face. Is there something that you want to face head on from your shadow side? That's really, going to help you become the best version of yourself, to help you step into this embodiment of pure confidence, of, knowing your self-worth, of being so strong in yourself that no matter what anybody tries to throw at you on your path, that you're going to prevail, that you're going to conquer. No matter how many people laugh at your ideas or your plans or what you're trying to do, or down talk you or think that you're crazy, you have that confidence within yourself. Like, I'm hearing self-assured. That's what I'm hearing for you guys. Really get into the state of self-assurance, to where no matter what is thrown at you, no matter what energy is thrown at you from whoever it is thrown from, it's not going to phase you. It's not going to phase you. Getting into that energy, okay? And then lastly, we have your best self here. So your best self here is the Queen of Wands. Now, this energy here, yes, is queen, but of course this can resonate with both male and female, okay? That doesn't pertain here to this energy. But with the Queen of Wands here, what I'm feeling specifically, kind of again what I was touching on earlier, this is having this sense of this go-getter energy. I'm going to fight for what I want, okay? I'm choosing this path that I want. I'm going to fight for what it is that I want, no matter what obstacles are thrown at me. And I'm confident that I will succeed. I'm confident that I will cross the finish line. I'm confident that I'm going to be the best version of myself, or become this envisionment that I have for myself, or this envisionment that I have for my life, no matter what. But with this Queen of Wands in particular, the Queen of Wands is someone who's also very sociable as well. So again, like I was saying earlier, not necessarily just canceling all people out, not saying that, oh, I can't talk to anybody if I'm on my journey, or oh, I can't listen to anything if I'm on my journey. The thing is having that sense of discernment to know what's actually helping you and what's hindering you. Peep the energy of something that you're tapping into, okay? Everything that you are, being exposed to, everything that you're trying to research more on, if it's a certain person, a certain relationship, certain information about certain topic, as you're researching it, you can feel the vibes, Feel the vibes from the person, feel the vibes from the information, and if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just like with tarot readings. If it resonates, it does, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. You take what resonates and you leave the rest, right? So I see Spirit's really saying, have that in the areas where you feel vulnerable. Have that sense of discernment in areas to where you feel that you're not as confident in, that you feel like you don't have enough knowledge in, that you feel like you're not worthy enough in at this current moment, okay? So your best self here is really, I see you being someone who's kind of warm, but also someone who's just like a risk taker as well. Because with the Wands here, I just feel this like going after your passions, just doing it, just going after it, just going forward. But someone who's also very caring and nurturing about it as well. Someone who's also, gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Do not judge yourself so harshly. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself or others, especially if you find out that some negative energy has been fostering from someone that you've been around, whether their intentions were pure or not. You don't necessarily have to spew negative energy to that person. Come from a place of love. Okay, that's something that I'm seeing for you guys. Be strong-headed, be confident, be self-assured, but don't get into a state to where it's like you come off as cold and, inhumane or uncaring in that nature, okay? This is very much so very warm energy coming in while pursuing your passions and putting yourself first, prioritizing yourself, taking care of yourself, showing yourself self-love and self-care and self-respect, okay? So the next card you guys have here, you have Midas, and this says entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Very beautiful. Again, with that green here, like I was saying here with this Page of Pentacles, okay? So definitely you guys could be getting into that energy of, entrepreneurial energy could be actually helping you with this Queen of Wands energy of getting into that space there, group number one, okay? Because with that, that it's kind of like the full energy, what I'm feeling, that just do it type of energy, that risk taker type of energy, that I know my passions and I know what path I want to take, and I'm going to go after it fearlessly. I'm going to go for it fearlessly. Okay, no matter what obstacles come along the way, no matter what bumps are along the road, I'm going to pursue what I want. Okay, and it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from your heart center. It's coming from your passions. Okay, so that's why I feel this green energy so much for you guys. All right, next card you guys have here. Look at this, you guys. You guys actually have the Fool. Wow. Okay, so again, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Wow. Okay, so again, I don't feel like that you guys are meant to like be cold and distant to people, even if they have hurt you. Okay, and that some of you may be rolling your eyes right now, like, honey, really, really? But I see that. Or it just could be that maybe a passion of yours could be, helping people turn their pain into power, helping others empower themselves. Once you get to that state yourselves, you're like, I did it, you can do it too. Like that type of energy you may want to hold into you. Maybe that's where you want to start your business off on, okay? But I do see here there is this sense of, risk taking going on here. This sense of just going for it, okay? With being an entrepreneur, you're taking risk, you may fail, you may succeed, but it's all about trying. It's all about giving it a shot and giving it your all, because it's what you're passionate about. Okay, all right, next part you guys have here, you have rest and rejuvenate. Okay, you also have, look at this, partnerships and alliances. Yes. And you also have destiny. Absolutely. So following your passions, again, it may be that you're in this limbo state because maybe you're doing something that you don't like doing, but others, and you have expressed to others what you truly want to do, what your heart's desires is, okay? Because with all this green energy and the destiny card here, it's just that they may be like, are you serious? Do you really want to do that? Or do you really want to do this, X, Y, and Z? How do you think you're going to be able to do that? Like just really giving you that negative self-talk, and really, it's really, planting into your subconscious, and now you were beginning to believe it, okay? But again here, with this energy, with the destiny card, this is definitely the energy of saying, follow your passions. Look at this. She has her hands over her heart. This is literally a call for you to follow what makes your heart illuminate. Follow what is in the essence, again, of this love. I feel this nurturing energy, this loving, warm energy coming from that Queen of Wands there. Having this sense of discernment, but coming from a place of love. Okay? And again here with partnerships and alliances, I've been saying it throughout this reading, okay? All right, get into a space to where you're not being distant to people. Again, going back to where your passions may be in alignment with helping others rise up from the dark like you did. Okay, helping others rise up from times of uncertainty, helping people who lack discernment. Okay, just really get into this space of helping others. But I also see here that it's also important for you guys to be open to receiving help as well. Seeing love in all of its form, accepting love in all of its forms. And it's expressing love in all of its forms as well, okay? But here's again with the boundaries and having the sense of discernment, okay? Knowing what's best for you and what's not good for you. Knowing what's draining your energy and what's illuminating you, okay? But I do feel like as well that this could be a call for you guys to really set some boundaries between some people in your life, or just boundaries from what you're consuming, Are you consuming, foods that are bringing you down? Are you consuming music that's bringing you down? Are you consuming, engaging in social media and it's bringing you down? Like, look at what's actually draining your energy and decide how can you either one, eliminate it completely from your life, or two, find a sense of moderation. Okay, but with this rest and rejuvenate here, this is a sign to where it's kind of like get into a state of reclusion or seclusion, okay? Really get into a space to where you can actually tune out all the noise, okay? All the eight swords around you, and listen to yourself and listen to what do you want, okay? especially when you're feeling overwhelmed, especially when challenges come to you and you're not sure of which way to go. Getting into this space of just getting to yourself, connecting with the universe, connecting with Mother Earth, okay? More green here, okay? So you guys could possibly have a connection with Mother Gaia, Pachamama herself, okay? Or it could just be that, you know, you guys are really trying to get in tune to your heart, listening to your heart and listening to, you know, what's really best for you in your life, okay? Because you're the one who's going to live this life, not no one else. You're the one who has to actually lived through this journey, all right? So the next card you guys have here, you have release, okay? Yes, we've talked about that. And the last card you have here is Goddess. So beautiful. Again, here with this Queen of Wands energy, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that nurturing energy. I'm feeling that divine feminine energy. Okay, so getting into Goddess, let's just go ahead and get into it, all right? So this says, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Absolutely. I really feel like you guys you may find yourselves wanting to be givers. If you're not already givers, you know, you may actually call yourself someone who's very, very sensitive, or people may say, oh, you're very sensitive, or oh, you're a crybaby, or stuff like that. But don't ignore your sensitivity. Your emotional sensitivity is a gift to everyone here in this universe, and it's meant to help us. It's meant to help people who need help, just like the way you needed help, okay? I really see here like you guys are going through the sense of, we're going through the cycle of, you know, I experienced this and now I've gone through the dark and I've risen up into the light. And I see you guys really kind of helping people with that as well, or just doing something in your life that's a part of your destiny that's all about helping people as well, helping people release. But I do also feel here with this release card, you know, it says, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Okay, like I've been saying this entire reading, you know, look at what's draining your energy. Look at what makes you feel empowered. Really, really focus on it, okay? Because you may be like, you know, there's a sense of like, I don't know how to state it, but like, I don't know, reverse entitlement. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that you may feel like, oh, well, just an example, this is my mother, so, you know, she has a right to say what's best for me, you know? Not so much that your mother is saying that, but it's just like you feel that energy, like, you know, that's my mom. Like, how could I not listen to your energy? But the thing is, I mean, to her advice, but the thing is, you know, is what, you know, just as an example, okay, is what your mother's advice is it actually helping you or is it hindering you? Because the way that I see, like, the help and advice from parents, a lot of times, their intentions are not bad. They're just trying to keep us safe. They're trying to keep us from harm. They're trying to keep us from having to struggle, right? But a lot of times, it's kind of like our ego, you know? I'm not one to truly ego bash. The ego is trying to keep us safe. And in certain instances in life, I mean, the ego has a role in it, okay? It's just a part of our destiny, a part of our role that needs to happen, you know? So it's like, it's not necessarily bad, but when it comes to taking risk, okay, when it comes to spiritual growth especially, which is all about taking risk and going on faith, and, you know, things may be seeming, you know, a little bit shaky, but still going out on faith because you're following your passions, following your heart. It's like, that's when it becomes detrimental to your growth. That's when it hinders you from what it is that you really want to do, or for what it is that you're meant to do here in this lifetime, okay? Well, group number 1, that is all that I have for your reading. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if it resonated with you. Thank you guys so much for watching this reading. Sending you guys tons and tons of love and light. And as always, keep faith and keep going. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome, my loves. So chose pile number 2 with the orange calcite stone here. So let's get into your reading on how to manifest your best self, honey. All right, so your current energy here, 5 of Cups. Okay, so 5 of Cups is the energy of being in a sense of honestly pessimism, you know. Things maybe not have turned out the way that you have expected, and now you're feeling doubtful, you're feeling unhopeful for the future, or for the outlook of something that you're wanting to dip into, okay? But here with the 3 of Wands in the block position and the 9 of Wands following, what I feel like an issue that may be happening for you guys here with the 3 of Wands is that you may feel like that once I fail, then all is lost. You know, you're like, say for instance, this ship here is going away, is sailing away from you. Okay, and you're like, well, I tried and I lost. And it's like you're giving up, you know. But what I'm hearing is that, you know, you have to dust yourself off and try again, okay? Because the way that you overcome this feeling of, you know, oh man, nothing's gonna work, nothing ever works out for me, you know, I'm always getting the short end of the stick, you know, why things always have to be so complicated for me, you know, or just feeling like that, man, nothing's ever going to take off the way I want it to. Like I envision this so beautifully right here of me just watching and seeing things begin to unfold into my life, but why isn't it ever happening? Okay, but to get out and overcome that negative 3 of Wands energy that you're having here is to step into this energy of 9 of Wands, to know that anything that you want is worth fighting for. I feel like the reason why, like I said, I feel like you guys are asking, like, why me? Why do I have to go through it the hard way? Why do I have to go through all these challenges? I feel that you guys are definitely meant to learn something more from this, okay? Or either just the universe could be testing you, testing your strength, making sure that you're ready for whenever you do start seeing that beautiful success coming into your life, okay? To where you are hopeful, okay? Because I'm really getting like 3 of Wands reverse energy, you know, from you, because it's in the blocks position, right? So whenever you are, you know, optimistic of your future, once you have learned all the things that the universe wants you to know and to experience first, so you can be best suited for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, then that's when all the blessings are going to come through. But right now it's like, you know, oh man, I've tried and I failed. And that's all that's staying in your head. I tried and I failed. I tried and I failed. You know, I guess I couldn't do it after all. Like that type of energy. But that's what's blocking you, know? Your pessimism is what's blocking you from believing in your vision, believing that this 3 of Wands can happen for you. Okay, but again, 9 of Wands is all about standing your ground, standing firm in your belief, okay? Not letting others knock you down, not letting yourself knock you down, you know? You don't have to self-sabotage your situation just because you tried one thing and it didn't work out, okay? It could be that you know, I feel like some of you are saying like, well, since I failed at this one time, then this must not be meant for me. And that may not necessarily be the case. It may just be that the way that you went after it, the way that you pursued it, the timing maybe wasn't right, okay? But I do feel here that you guys are very much so in like a learning type of energy, or that you should be in a learning type of energy, okay? Look at your challenges from a place to where, what can I learn from this? How can I do better? How can I grow? Instead of looking at your downfalls and your failures as, oh, I'm just no good. This is never going to happen to me. I always have horrible things happen to me in my life. Nothing is ever good going to come out to me. Why do I always get the short end of the stick? Like, I feel that frustration coming out of your reading here, okay? However, once you step into that 9 of Wands energy and you begin to see this 3 of Wands up right here for you, I do see here a new energy that's coming in for you guys here is the King of Swords. So I do feel this sense of bringing a little bit more logical, practical thoughts into your mind, okay? A little bit more practical actions, a little bit more logical actions, you know? Really kind of, you know, because when I see the King of Swords, I think of the analyzer, right? So like I think of a man who's like, you know, I'm just gonna go off the facts. You know, what's really the deal? Okay. So with this card here, I do see here that it's like you're going to get into this energy here of the King of Swords again once you conquer that sense of, you know, self-pity. All right. And you're going to begin to have the sense of, I know how to correct my steps. You know, I'm confident that, you know, maybe I should try this. You know, even if it's like that you don't see the energy yet of, oh, I know how to correct it, or I know what next step to take. It's more of, let me look at this from a more logical perspective. You know, you guys may be having a call to really balance out like spirituality and practicality, or, you know, really balancing out your emotions and having things in moderation. But the King of Swords here, I do feel that energy coming in for you guys of, you know, really feeling this sense of, hey, all right, well, how can I improve? How can I, you know, move forward. What better decision could I have made that, I failed in the past with of doing? What can I eliminate? What can I add? What do I need to incorporate? I see you getting into that logical mindset. All right, thinking for things a little bit more practical instead of just, really just dwelling into this failure and the feelings of failure that you're feeling, okay? Now, I'm not saying to be numb, but I am saying that once you do, you go through your feelings, okay? Express your feelings. We're not trying to create shadows here, right? So, express how you feel. Be aware of how you feel, but you can't stay there. You can't stay there. And that's why I feel like right now that you guys may be tempted to really get into the energy of being comfortable there, of really staying there, getting into that negative roller coaster of emotions, saying that this vision, this Three of Wands cannot happen to me. And that's what's really blocking you, okay? Now, once you do step into this King of Swords energy here, I do see here that there's just going to be a lot of creative ideas really popping off, all right? That's going to make your wallet, make your purse feel good, all right? All right? Make your bank account feel good. Ace of Pentacles is all about new ideas, new adventures, new ventures in life, new things you're really dapping into, okay? Again, you have this sense of, what can I do? What's the best option? What's the most logical, best move I can do? All right, especially for some of you, if you're trying to, start something like a business, or trying to get a patent, or maybe a YouTube channel. Maybe things aren't going as fast as you would like them to. It's all about divine timing, But I do see here that once you get into that mindset, what can I do? Whoo, honey, the ideas are going to start rolling in. The new monetary ideas are going to start running in. The new monetary opportunities are going to start rolling in. You're going to start seeing things from a much better perspective, okay? You can take your ideas that you're getting here with that King of Swords energy, this sense of new mental clarity that you have here, this mental stability that you have here with this King of Swords energy, and flip it into the material gain and abundance that you're trying to see and feel in your hand right now, group number 2, okay? But also here, you guys do have the Page of Cups. So when I see the Page of Cups, again, I get this energy of the student, of someone who's learning, of someone who is really just kind of absorbing it all in really observing a situation, really kind of being that analyzer, that tester, okay? And really just kind of seeking maybe the quality of something. For those of you who need to hear that, I kept hearing quality assurance, okay? Whoever that resonates with. Really kind of scoping things out. And, I see here, with the page, the page is not yet, the knight or the queen or the king, but it's a step towards, emotional stability, to where you're not letting your emotions control you, to where you're in this state of self-pity and you're staying there, but a sense of turning that feeling and saying, all right, how can I not get into that state again? How can I take the situation that seems like a failure and bring it into something that fills my cup up, okay? You see this cup here? This cup is full. This cup is full of life. This cup here is full of love. So you're like, okay, how can I get to a state to where my cup is full? Because right now, you're focusing on the 3 cups that are knocked over. You don't even see the 2 cups that's still standing over, okay? But that's your potential, all right? That's why it's like you have that free will choice to either say, oh, man, I'm going to focus on these 3 cups here and be in a state of self-pity and feel like nothing's working out for me. Or I can look behind me and say, oh, I got these 2 cups over here that still has a lot of potential. So here you are in the page. You're beginning to get into that journey of, all right, I'm going to see what this cup's going to take me. I'm going to see where this cup of emotional stability and mental stability is going to take me. And I'm going to go for it. What can I learn from it? Okay? Sense of observation. All right. And then lastly, but definitely not least, for you beautiful lovelies, group number 2, you have the 6 of Wands here. So this is your best self energy. Okay. So the 6 of Wands is the energy of, really achieving your goals and really making some huge milestones and accomplishments along your journey. But it's not about necessarily, oh, I've gotten to that ultimate end goal that I, have ultimately want to achieve. There's more work to be done. But it's like, you've made so many accomplishments. You have come so far, and it's time for you to celebrate that. Okay, so I do feel like a strong message coming over to you here with the Six of Wands being your best self energy is to know that this is a journey. And I think some of you may be like, oh, please, not this again. But I feel like you guys have heard this before, you know? It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, everything that we want and everything that's meant for us isn't just going to be a nice, smooth, freshly paved road. You know, it's going to be a little bit rocky. It's going to be a little bit bumpy. It's going to be some cracks in the road. It's going to be some challenges. You know, it's going to be testing. It's going to be challenging. Just because it's challenging doesn't mean it's not meant for you. Just because it's challenging doesn't mean that, you know, you don't deserve this. Okay? This is all to help build your character, build your strength for when, and build up your appreciation and gratitude as well for when you do start to see this rolling in for you materially, tangibly, right? So I do feel like, you know, a part of your best self is being appreciative of the journey, being appreciative of every milestone that you get to, being appreciative of everything that you accomplished, okay? And really just changing your perception of going from this pessimism state of mind to this more optimistic state of mind, saying, wow, I really accomplished that. So let's just say, for instance, you just started a YouTube channel. You know, you're like, oh man, you know, my ultimate goal is to have 6 million YouTube subscribers and to be helping people from all over the world, you know, but then it's like, all right, well, I gotta start, right? So you're like, I'm going to set this goal for myself to where, you know, I want to have 2,000 subscribers in my first month. And maybe it didn't happen, and so now that's why you may feel yourself get into that Five of Cups energy, but that doesn't mean that you're not worthy of 2,000 subscribers. You know, that doesn't mean that you're not good enough or that your quality isn't good enough for that, okay? There's levels that you need to get to so that you can be well-equipped and well-suited for whenever that does come into your life, okay? However, just because you didn't get 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month, you look at the end of the month, you went from having 1 subscriber or 0 subscribers to having 50 subscribers. And that is a huge milestone, a huge accomplishment. And I'm seeing that Spirit's telling you that, hey, appreciate the little things. Appreciate these milestones that you have conquered and overcome. Do not get so laser focused on your vision and on your dream and the ultimate goal to where you just bypass all the accomplishments that you made, because that takes the fun out of it. And you know, especially when it comes to manifesting in general, you know, manifestation is supposed to be fun. You know, ultimately the process of it, yes, it can be challenging, but it's not supposed to be something that's like, oh, well, let me try to manifest this. Like, no, it's meant to have this lighthearted energy. Like, yes, I have this. I can get this. It's already mine. I'm speaking into existence. It is here. I just have to get to that space in time to where I'm already living that. But I do already have it. I know I can have it. It's mine. I know it's mine, you know? So really get into this space of gratitude, group number 2, okay? All right, so let's see what other cards you guys have here. So you have, look at this. So you guys have student here. So with the student card here, this just really confirms what I was talking about earlier. You know, you guys may be in this state of question, like, why do I have to always go through challenges? Why does life seem extra difficult for me than for others? It's because you're meant to learn something deeper. You're meant to learn something more. This is all about, you know, shaping your character and really learning the life skills and lessons that you need to help you become this best version of yourself. Because without it, you know, you may have not been able to get to your best self here with this Six of Wands here. All right, because the student here says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. You see that? Lifelong learning, you guys. Okay, group number 2. So definitely here, kind of like I was saying, like, this is a journey, okay? We can't just automatically, boom, just get to where we want instantly. We have to go through the path, all right? And when things don't turn out the way that we expected to, we dust ourselves off and get back up again and try again. We reevaluate the situation. We see what we need to change, and then we go for it again. Okay. All right. So like my example earlier is like, oh man, well, did I not get it because, you know, maybe my thumbnails are bad, or, you know, did I not put enough tags or whatever? That's just an example. Okay. But definitely here, this is definitely a time for you to learn, okay? Whenever you assigned your contract here, before coming here to Earth in this lifetime, you were wanting and needing to learn certain things in your life, to experience certain things in your life, to help shape the person that you're meant to be here in this lifetime, okay? So next card you guys have here is Father. Beautiful. So you have talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light with a tribal unit. So beautiful. So maybe you realize that, maybe it's not, and good for you to necessarily be by yourself, or either it could just be that some of you may have a strong connection to kids, or it could be that maybe you have a strong connection to your father as well, or some sort of father figure within your life. Maybe you need to reach out to them, or maybe you feel called to reach out to them to get some sort of advice to help you gain this, mental clarity, mental stability here, or to help you stand your ground here with the Nine of Wands energy. All right. But I do see here that I do feel like for some of you, you could have a really strong connection to kids. Maybe what you want to do is with kids. Maybe for some of you, if it's like something that you wanted to do involves, either taking care of kids, having kids, maybe adopting a kid, anything of that sort. I do feel that for a select few of you. But with this father card here, I just feel like that for a lot of you, there's a sense of working together. There's a sense of coming from, maybe a place of having this sense of I'm standing my ground, again with that Nine of Wands energy, but doing it from a place to where it's from compassion. It may come off solid and maybe a little bit rough around the edges, but it's all coming from a good place, okay? So I do feel here specifically with the Six of Wands, with the Father card here, I feel like that Spirit is telling you to, possibly use your authority in a way that's going to possibly inspire others, in a way that's possibly going to help others find guidance, or to just help you to find a sense of authoritativeness within your life, and a sense of discernment within your life that's going to help you, see things from a better perspective, for you to take charge of your life and really get to a sense of, I got this. Okay, like having a sense of, I am in control of my emotions. I am in control of my actions, and then making the steps and actions accordingly. Okay. So next you guys have here, you have mental conflict. Okay. You also have accelerated motion, and you have intuition. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow. So, all right. So here, starting off here with mental conflict. So definitely here, I do feel like your mind is something that's going to be something that could hinder you along your journey. Okay. Even when you do, conquer it here with the Nine of Wands energy and get into that King of Swords energy, of course, energy is always changing. So at times you may find yourself getting to a state to where, you're having conflicting interests. You're not sure of what to do. You're not right where your next step should be. It's kind of like on cartoons, like from back in the day, they would have like a devil on one shoulder, angel on the other shoulder, and you're just kind of like trying to decipher like which one do you really want to do. But of course here, number 2, again, you guys have intuition. So it's all about you guys really listening to your intuition, tapping into your intuition, and that's going to help you with your decision making of what your next step is to do. What is your gut telling you to do? What are you feeling called to do? Where are you feeling led to do? Okay, from an intuitive level, from your heart center. Okay. Now here you guys do have accelerated motion. So with this, I do see here, once you start stepping into your best self here with that Six of Wands energy, I do see things beginning to roll into your life in a time frame that you are much more pleased with, to say the least. Okay, especially here, it's just funny how this landed here on top of the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel here that more material abundance will begin to flow into your life much more quickly once you do begin to start to realize and truly work on getting to your best self. Even if you're you're like, well, I'm not there yet. I'm not nowhere near to my best self here. In your case would be the Six of Wands. It's all about you becoming aware of it and making changes towards it. I see really fast changes coming in, okay? Because it's like you're shifting your energy, all right? You're really going to be raising your vibration and becoming more of a vibrational match for that. So it's going to look like things are coming much more quickly into your life than what you usually believe that they would, okay? Because you're not having that sense of self-doubt that, oh, it's not going to come into my life, or I'm not deserving of it, or anything of that sort, okay? But I do feel here that many blessings, okay, with the 8, if you've been saying 888, 808, anything of that nature, here I definitely feel that's definitely going to come when it comes to material abundance and prosperity that you guys may be wanting to go after or obtain here in this lifetime, okay? So next, your angel cards here, you guys have throat chakra, okay? You also have cut your cords, and you have heal away addictions, okay? So going off your heal away addictions, what I'm feeling first is, letting go of anything that's bringing you into that Five of Cups energy, Is it negative self-talk? Is it other people's opinions? Is it you looking at a situation from a pessimistic standpoint, staying into that energy, Is it something that's in your subconscious that's really, causing you to stay into that Five of Cups energy, Be real with yourself. Be truly real and raw with yourself, and ask yourself these questions like, why am I finding myself in this situation to where I let this failure define me? Why am I letting this failure define me? Okay, but this card here says it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desires. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Okay. All right, the next card you guys have here is cut your cords. So again, whatever is hindering you, it's time to cut your cords with it. Whether that's something with, a mindset, a routine, people, environment, whatever it is that's hindering you, let it go. All right, you got to cut it off if you want to see growth. All right, so it says, ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Absolutely. A lot of times, things from our past, from our childhood, past relationships, romantic relationships, our family members, things that they may have said of us from the past do carry on for us as we're adults and, beginning to really get out there into the world and experience life, It's like, maybe you were told that, oh, you could never be this as a kid, and you may feel like that, or maybe you've thought that, oh, this isn't affecting me, that isn't hindering me. I just know that, that's that old uncle that just always talking out the side of his neck, but it may have really actually, caused a wound in your subconscious mind, really been programmed into your subconscious mind to where now you believe like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not worthy of this. This is a crazy idea, But it's like all about you becoming aware of this, okay? All about you becoming aware of what your blocks are, what's actually hindering you, what's keeping you in that energy, what's keeping you from feeling like that Three of Wands energy can't happen for you, and cutting it off, all right? And the last card you guys have here is throat chakra. So it says the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Okay, so I do feel like here that for some of you, it could be that you may need to actually, or you may actually just feel called to reach out to people. Again, it may be a father figure or something in your life, really say, hey, I'm really interested in this, I really want to do this, or maybe somebody who that maybe could be a mentor, or someone who's really educated or is very successful in what is it you want to do. And really talk to them and get some advice from them, get some clarity from them, help gain that sense of, clarity of what steps I need to take, once I try this and it doesn't succeed like the way I wanted it to, just possibly also doing more research as well. All right, but with the throat chakra card as well, I do feel like that some of you could be involved with, maybe what you want to do is involved with using your throat chakra. Maybe you want to do anything that involves, speaking, public speaking, singing, anything that involves you. Really, I feel like motivational speaker as well, because especially with this father figure here, it could be that you may be somebody who wants to inspire other children or just inspire people in general and help be maybe that energy that you may have not had in your life before, and be that for somebody else. All right. Well, group number 2, that is all that I have for your reading. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if it resonated with you. Sending you guys tons and tons of love and light, my beautiful lovelies. And as always, keep faith and keep going. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome, my loves who chose pile number 3 with the green aventurine stone here. So let's get into your reading on how you can manifest your best self. Okay, so your current energy here at the moment is the Ace of Swords. So that is some beautiful energy that you guys are harnessing right now. You may be experiencing a lot of new ideas, just epiphanies coming to you out of nowhere. I'm getting a sense that you guys are getting more clarity. You're gaining more clarity. You're gaining more knowledge in anything that you feel very passionate about. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, group number 3. I do feel overall here, I feel like you guys, you have some very special energy, or you may find yourself like people saying to you like there's just something about you, and that's the energy that I'm really feeling out here throughout your reading. Okay, but one thing here, you have these beautiful ideas coming in. You have these mental breakthroughs, these aha moments, these light bulb moments. You could be someone who's also very innovative as well. But I do feel like there's that special little twang to you. Like you got that special little something about you, you know what I'm saying? But the number one thing that's blocking you, group number 3 here, is the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so with the 5 of Pentacles, especially in this position, I mean, it makes perfect sense. This is the energy of stress, anxiety, really just in a state of worry. And specifically, since we're talking about Pentacles, worrying about finances. And I do feel like you guys really worry about stability a lot. But whenever I look at this card, when I touch it, the first thing that came to my mind was hypochondria. So are you somebody who, is worried about, possibly getting sick or something of that sort, and you're actually fine, but you worry and stress about it so much and basically convince yourself that you're sick, that now you are sick? That's the type of stress that I feel like you guys have, like this sense of paranoia, this sense of uncertainty, this sense of, just pure anxiety, because, depression stems from, when we're worrying about things and focusing on things from the past, and anxiety stems from, worries and things related to the future. So I do feel this sense of you guys really kind of concerned about your future stability, or just in general, you may find yourself in positions to where stress is just really your number one killer. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, taking it from me myself, stress has hospitalized me multiple times before, and it's so important to get to that state of being able to handle your stress. And I'm not gonna lie, me personally, to each his own. To me personally, I really don't like the stress medications. And so whenever you can get to the state to where this mental clarity is also coming in, that's also giving you a little bit more peace of mind, so you don't have to stress as much, okay? But I do see here what Spirit's telling you on how to overcome this 5 of Pentacles energy here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like what Spirit's trying to tell you here, group number 3, is that, throughout the ebbs and flows of life, things aren't always going to be the same. Things aren't always going to be good, and things are not always going to be bad. We go through this cycle, okay? But I feel like that you guys, it's like you've gone through things that have troubled you before, okay? I don't feel like this 5 of Pentacles energy is something that's new to you, okay? This is not something that's foreign. You guys I feel like you tend to really get into the state of stress and anxiety and worrying, okay? Really freaking yourself out. And so I feel like that Spirit's like, look at other times when you were also in that energy, and look where you are at now. Look how you overcame that. Look how there was a miracle that happened. Look at how there was a blessing that happened. You overcome that, So I feel like Spirit's telling you, especially here with the Wheel of Fortune, is that, the wheel's going to keep turning, Sometimes you're going to be good. Sometimes you're going to be more difficult than others, But it's all looking at the situation as, hey, I overcame it. I am going to overcome the situation. I don't have to stress about it. It's all going to work out in my favor. It's like, it's all going to work out, but you still stress about it. You still worry about it. Like, I feel like that maybe for some of you, you could have everything look like, tangibly, intangibly, however you want to look at it in the future, like, wow, all right, I have my finances paid up for 6 months now, but for some reason, you may be stressing like, oh my goodness, but how am I going to pay rent starting in 2021? I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, that's the type of energy that I'm feeling around you guys, but this is letting you know that, hey, God's really on your side. And to be honest with you, group number 3, I feel like you guys are very, very, very spiritual people. Okay, especially since your best self here is the Hierophant. I feel like you guys are either very, very spiritually sensitive, energetically sensitive. You could be empathic. You could be starseed, light worker. You could be someone who does energy healing work, either just trying to do energy healing on yourself to heal yourself through certain things at the moment when you're watching this reading. But I feel like you guys are very, very, very spiritual. You guys have that little special little spark about you that I feel like people really notice and pick up on, especially like once they begin to talk to you a little bit more, get to know you a little bit more, okay? Now, once you have overcome this 5 of Pentacles energy here, using this Wheel of Fortune of knowing that, hey, it's all going to work out. I don't have nothing to worry about. This is just a cycle. I'm not going to stay here forever. You are going to then begin to get into this state of 6 of Pentacles. Now, 6 of Pentacles is the energy here of, giving and giving back to others, charity. It could also mean, you receiving from others as well. So you could be on the giving end of this, or you could be on the receiving end of the 6 of Pentacles energy, okay? And again, it could be that, again, knowing that, hey, it's all going to work out in my favor. In the receiving end, you'd be like, no matter what obstacle I go through moving forward, your energy is like, no matter what I go through, I always know that there's something that's going to come to me. There's a blessing that's always going to come to me anytime when I'm worried about my finances or just have stressors and worries about anything in my life in general, okay? But it could also mean that, once you get out and overcome this 5 of Pentacles energy, then now you're not so holding on tight to your money, that you're not so worried about, oh, I have to save, But I do like for a majority of you, it was, the first more so of, I know that I'm going to have an abundance or blessings come to me. I'm going to have miracles work out for me. I'm going to have, this sense of, everything's going to work out for me in the end. Okay. Now, once you do harness in this new 6 of Pentacles energy here, this sense of, not worrying about your finances, or even just being more charitable with your finances, okay? Or a little bit more open-minded with your finances. I do see here that things that could help you here, you have 2 major arcana cards here for your steps. So you have the World and you have Temperance. Now with the World here, this is again kind of touching on what I was saying earlier, how just going through the ebbs and flow of life. I feel like this is saying here to not go against the grain when change occurs, okay? Change is inevitable. We're always going to go through change. Again, we are going to go through highs, we're going to go through lows. And I feel like this card is saying here to be open to the cycles of life. Be open to the completion of certain things that may happen into your life. Whether if it's painful or not, if it's emotional or not, if it's something you have to put in hard work for, if you don't have to do nothing at all, whatever cycles are going to come and complete within your life, accept them for what they are. These changes are here for your greatest good. They're not here to harm you or to punish you. It's here to help you. It's here to help you grow. It's here to help you, manifest, okay? Because I do feel like that, again, I just feel like you guys are either, just very spiritual people, or either just you have this certain energy about you. Maybe you have a lot of psychic abilities. Maybe you discovered your psychic abilities when you were younger. Maybe you have gifts that are very rare, or that, very advanced gifts or skills or anything of that sort, okay? But I do feel this sense of just kind of like accepting whatever it is in your life for what it is. Anytime when change comes, it's a lot easier to go with the grain than against the grain, because as you continue to fight it and try to go, go upstream the river, that's whenever you have more difficulties and you cause more trouble into your life, and you're more vulnerable to get back into that 5 of Pentacles energy. Okay, and then here with Temperance, this is all about balance. Okay, so I do also feel here this is saying, take one cup that may be empty and fill it up with the other cup that's full. So what I'm saying is that basically the saying of making lemonade out of lemons, right? So take any time when you're going through these troubles or these struggles that causes you to get into that 5 of Pentacles energy and work your magic, honey. Use alchemy to find a way to make it work in your favor, to progress and advance yourself in your life, okay? But ultimately here with Temperance, this is also, again, going into balance. So I do feel like there is a call for you guys to also maintain balance in your emotions, balance in your thoughts, having this balance between, logic and your intuition, like really balancing practicality and spirituality as well. Because like I said, I just feel this very strong feeling that you guys are very spiritual or very psychic or have these very special psychic gifts to you, okay? Because your best self here is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant usually represents the energy of traditions and morals and that sort of thing. So I do feel like that ultimately your best self, the vision of your best self is following what feels right to you. Like, that's why I feel like you guys may even be like spiritual teachers or something like that, or maybe just like someone who does energy healing work or help people on a spiritual level. And I feel like on a very caring level, like a very warm level, like the way you approach it and the way that you express it to people, the way you teach your knowledge to people is of a way that is very warming, that people can, easily receive. Like, people are kind of drawn to you because, again, you got that special little something about you, group number 3. All right. But with this Hierophant here, it could be that it's important for you to really stand strong in your morals and your beliefs. But I do feel like you guys may be like a truth seeker or just trying to find out answers, really diving into a sense of spirituality, trying to find the deeper meaning, trying to find the root of it all, really just getting deep into that. I see that for you guys very strongly. And I do feel like a lot of you who chose group number 3, you may have this urge to really be a spiritual teacher, to really be someone who is, trying to bring about spiritual awakening and spiritual enlightenment in others. I really feel that for you, group number 3. All right, so let's look at your other cards here. So you guys have, all right, you have Monk Nun. Wow. All right, so you have selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Wow. Just like I was saying here with that Hierophant, I definitely feel here that you guys have this connection to spirit. You maybe have a lot of advanced psychic abilities. You may have really tapped into that at a younger age, or either just once you did get into it, it's just, make you like, whoa, this is a lot, but it's like you loved it. It's like you're yearning for more. You're wanting to learn more. You wanting to research more. You're trying to find the answers. You're trying to find the truth. Like, I keep hearing seeker. So that's why I keep saying truth seeker or light seeker, or, maybe you just really feel called, like really feel like that you were called here and put on earth in this lifetime to really be a part of the awakening here. Okay, the spiritual awakening. All right, next card you guys have here, look at this. This is that warm energy that I was picking on up from you guys here, especially with that 6 of Pentacles energy. Definitely. All right, so here what Goddess says, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Absolutely. So definitely I feel like here that you guys, you could possibly be someone who is, very much so in tune to your feminine energy. Now, we both have masculine and feminine energies in us, no matter if you're male or female. Okay, but again, I do feel this more warm, nurturing, caring energy in here. For some of you, it could be that you may actually be someone who's trying to help women, go through, become more of themselves and realize themselves, realize their potential, get more into possibly spirituality, or just find their sense of truth and help them to be their true authentic self. Like, maybe that's what your life purpose is here to do, to help people really get to their sense of authenticity so they can really know themselves and help them love themselves and help people along their journey of self-love, help women turn their pain into power and really get to a place of confidence and self-assurance in people, like especially those who may have been, battered or homeless or going through or it's just even something like just going through very toxic relationships or something of that sort. You may even be somebody who may be feeling called to be like a therapist, or you just may find yourself, with people always asking for your advice or something of that sort, because I feel like the way that you relay knowledge to people has such a warmth and such a loving light energy about it that people are just drawn to it. You got that special little thing, group number 3. I'm trying to tell you now. If you didn't know before, now you know, baby. Okay. All right, next card you guys have here, look at this. Look at this, you guys. Third eye chakra, definitely strong connection to spirit, okay? But I do feel like that this is also kind of a wake-up call from spirit, or like a little nudge from spirit to say, hey, listen to your intuition. Or, hey, listen to these signs that we're giving you. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to these synchronicities that we're showing you, okay? Or be open to listen to your intuition, especially when things get a little bit shaky. Instead of, getting to a point to where you're worried about something and then you worry so much you get into Five of Pentacles. Get to a state of, maybe really listening to your gut feeling when you're trying to possibly make decisions or plan for the future, something of that sort. I do kind of feel this touch of perfectionism, kind of that energy throughout your spread. Like you guys may really, may be the type of person that's just all about having it perfectly done in your vision. You have to be the one to do it, because if somebody else does it, they ain't gonna do it to your liking. So I am kind of feeling that, but I do feel like Spirit's saying, hey, reach out to us if you are having trouble. Don't forget your spiritual side of it. And that's why I kind of feel like here, with the Temperance, I feel like it's very strongly saying balance spirituality with practicality. And right now here with this Ace of Swords here coming in as your current energy, it could be that right now you're thinking a little bit too logical, a little bit too practical, and really kind of leaving behind your spiritual side. Okay, next card you guys have here is, look at this, Trapped in Fear. Yes, whenever you get into this energy group number 3, it's so important for you guys to remember to not stay there. Now, I'm not saying that, of course, it's normal. We're going to get fearful from times. We're going to get scared from time to times, okay? Because, again, that's all a part of the cycle of life. That's all a part of the ebbs and flows of life, the ups and downs, okay? But the thing is that we can't stay there. We can't stay there. And I feel like that's what Spirit's telling you again here. Once you do feel that fear, you can't stay in that, because that's going to create this worry, this stress about the future, anything within your life, about finances or any area. And it's really going to get you to a state to where you feel trapped. You feel stuck. You're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And, of course, like I was saying earlier, like you may have your finances up for 6 months and worry about the next year. But for some of you, it could be, a much shorter timeline than that. Maybe you're like, I need to make a decision within a month or a couple of weeks, a few weeks, and I don't know what to do. But, I just feel like you guys may have been already in that state of, sadly, group number 3, you may have already been through that state of, really crying, really kind of calling out to help when you're by yourself, really just getting to a state of depression, or really just getting to a state of lack-mindedness and thinking that there's no hope, or just like, I don't know what to do. But I feel like Spirit's telling you, when you don't know what to do, when you find yourself in this area here, when you're like, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I'm deep in the hole, there's no way for me to get out, listen to your intuition. You guys have such a strong connection to spirit, to the spiritual realm, to your spiritual team. And they are here to help you. They are sending you intuitive nudges. But don't be so trapped in fear to where you don't hear the whispers, okay? Because a lot of that negative thinking could be so loud in our ears sometimes. It can be so loud in our head. But you have to pay attention to the whispers. That's your intuition coming through, group number 3. Okay, and last card you have here from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck is number 3, Solar Plexus Chakra. Wow, so I do feel here again a sense of creativity. Like I said, especially here with the Goddess card here, I feel like whatever that you do in life, whether it's your career, your life's purpose, I do feel like, again, it's all about helping people, being a leader in some sort, and really stand to your morals, and really kind of doing things that of your heart matter. And I feel like it's going to be in a very unique way, okay? But I do feel like the reason why that you could be having this sense of, there's no way out, there's no solution, is because maybe your sense of creativity and sensuality isn't there. Maybe you feel like that you're lacking that. Maybe you feel like that your ideas aren't good enough, that you're not worthy, that, maybe, these ideas that you're having, these mental breakthroughs that you're having, maybe you begin to research and you're like, oh man, somebody's already done that. Or, oh man, somebody already has this name. But this is saying, you have to be so strong in what these ideas are. If you really are passionate about them, that's what you really want to do. You need to continue to be in the state of being so passionate about it and putting your own little twist on it to make it yours. Doesn't matter if somebody's already created the wheel. How can you add your extra little seasoning on top, little spice on top to make it an extravagant wheel? Okay, you see what I'm saying? So I do feel like there could be possibly some blocks here where your solar plexus chakra that you may want to work on to help you get to a sense of you're opening up your creativity, finding ways to make it your own, finding ways to be more authentic, make it look like you, give it your special little twist, your little twang, and really get to a sense of saying that, hey, my ideas, these creative ideas I'm getting are worthy. These, ideas, plans that I have, visions that I see for myself, where I see myself, I'm worthy of that. I'm deserving of that, okay? Because anytime when I see any lower level chakra, okay, base chakra, solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, I do always feel that that's an indication of, really getting into a sense of maybe lacking some sort of confidence within ourselves or in our dreams or in our visions or in our creativity, okay? So the last few cards you guys have here is the Angel Therapy Oracle card. So the first card you have here is Archangel Raphael. Beautiful angel, okay? The angel of healing. So this card says here, the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. Wow, so beautiful. So beautiful. So as you're going through this journey, maybe there's some things that you notice that you need to heal through. Maybe as you go through it, you maybe become aware of, things of the shadow side that you need to work on, and Archangel Raphael is helping you heal through that. But what I'm also seeing with this group number 3, what I'm seeing is that, again, like, look at his hands, I just feel Reiki. Like, some of you may be wanting to do energy healing work, kind of like I was saying earlier. Like, maybe you're all about helping people heal, helping people overcome obstacles, being that leader, being that influence, being that spiritual advisor, and really get into a sense of helping people become their best self, their true authentic self as well, okay? And I see here that, Archangel Raphael could be an angel that's just extremely, extremely close to you, like a spirit guide that's always there helping you to heal others, okay? Getting that energy from Archangel Raphael to really help others get to a better space, all right? Next card you guys have here is books. Wow. So it says your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. I'm telling you guys, with this spiritual energy, you guys have it. You have it. First of all, you had 3 major arcana cards in your spread. You had the Hierophant. 4 major arcana cards in your spread. You have the Monk. You have Goddess. You have Third Eye. Okay, we're talking about healing, talking about spiritually based books. I really do feel like you guys have such a very strong spiritual connection, very advanced or strong spiritual gifts that you are meant to use here in this lifetime to help others, okay? So especially for those of you who feel like that you want to spread your knowledge of spirituality or just help people in general and help them, be able to advance more on their spiritual journeys through the sense of blogs or writing or anything of that sort, just spreading that information. This is your confirmation right here. This is definitely your confirmation. If you've written that book and you think it's not good enough, you're like, it doesn't, go along with other people's, ideas that you see on the market, or you may think that it's too similar to other people's ideas. Remember, you got that special little twang about you, group number 3, and it is. Go on and publish that book, honey. Go on. All right. And then the last card you guys have here, you have so beautiful. So beautiful, you guys. You have manifestation power. Wow. And it says, use your, there go that S word again, baby. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. Yes. Yes, you guys are very, very spiritually, very, very spiritually connected. I feel it. You just have to get into the right energy, because it's like you guys are kind of vulnerable, with the mindset that you have at the moment. You're kind of vulnerable to always fall back into that 5 of Pentacles energy. But you guys are very energetically sensitive. So once you switch your mind up, it's going to start rolling in. It's going to start rolling in. You have such a strong connection to the spiritual realm that with anything that you ask for and you put your energy towards and set intentions for, it's going to come to you. It's going to come to you. And that's why you have to be so mindful of staying out this 5 of Pentacles energy, because it's not just only good things that can manifest into your life, unfortunately, but that's just the way life goes, right? So again, if you're, very energetically sensitive, if you're spewing out, being of the energy of low vibrational things, then, you're going to attract more of that into your life. Okay, so just be mindful of your energy, group number 3, because you guys are powerful, and it's like, not to negate anyone else, everyone has spiritual gifts, everyone can manifest, but with you in particular, I definitely feel like your spiritual gifts was here to help people in really sticky situations or really difficult situations in their life, and you're meant to help them get out of that, or to help them heal, or to help spread knowledge and anything of that nature. And that's the reason why your energy, protecting your energy, keeping your energy up, and making sure that you're putting out the energy you want to receive is so extra crucial for you, group number 3. Well, right, group number 3, that is all that I have for your reading. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if it resonated with you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Send you guys tons and tons of love and light. And as always, keep faith and keep going. Bye, guys.